Well, there's been much revealed overnight in a all too common situation here where we had a biological man who, in this case, actually had reassignment surgery. Now, I was told that was supposed to help people. They call that affirming care. But we had a lunatic uh, take out his family at a hockey game, only to be, thankfully, more people weren't hurt because some brave people at the game jumped on him and put their lives at risk to save him, or to save more people. But we have some chilling new video, some bizarre tweet interactions, as well as Asmongold weighing in that saying the inconvenient truth that almost all of us already know and have known for a very long time. I mean, it's just the way it is. But I want a quick shout out to Rumble Wallet, who sponsored this video. You may have seen conversations happening online lately, like this one. Censorship is back and happening everywhere. Platforms are controlling narratives and pushing stuff they want us to see. We need to fight back. Rumble is the only company that stood the test of time and deserves our support. On one side, Rumble is challenging big tech censorship, but now on the other side, they've introduced something that will give us protection from big banks shutting us down. Banks can cancel our accounts and freeze our cards, so that's why they launched Rumble Wallet, a wallet that no one can cancel, and a wallet that supporters can use to instantly tip creators like myself without any middlemen taking any cut. With Rumble Wallet, you control your money, not a bank, not a government, not a tech company, not even Rumble can touch it. It's yours and only yours to protect you and your family's future. You can buy and save digital assets like Bitcoin, Tether, and Tether Gold in one place. Tether Gold is real gold on the blockchain with ownership of physical gold bars. It's not only a wallet to buy and save, but it allows you to support your favorite creators by easily tipping them with the click of a button. There's no fees when you tip my channel or others, and we actually receive the tip instantly, unlike other platforms where they hold on to the money and earn interest and wait for payouts. Support my show and other creators by clicking the tip button on my Rumble channel. It's wallet.rumble.com. Download Rumble Wallet today, open an account, and step away from big banks for good. Wallet.rumble.com, or search Rumble Wallet in any of the app stores. Now, let's go to a little bit of what we found out about this individual. Turns out it's a biological man who was a fan of Nick, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Thomas Massey, I believe. I think this one kind of just, I think most people that do this kind of stuff, they're obviously insane, and that's like the overarching reason why they do things. But I do find it curious that this person's social media account was left up while everyone else's seems taken down. I think it has something to do with the literal bad guys from World War tattoo that he had, World War II tattoo that he has. But here's Roberta Dorgano, who's the man who's went to this. Apparently, like Nick, probably because Nick is critical of Israel, and he must have been too. Again, Rhode Island shooter. The T, Denver, T, Aberdeen, T, Nashville, T, Georgia, T, Philadelphia, T, Iowa, gender fluid, Uvalde, T, Colorado, T, Minnesota, T. I mean, we're talking about the T and the LGBT. I have more posts and more videos from this individual, but let's cut to what Asman had to say about, well, what's everybody else is afraid to say.
The LGB is mostly fine. You're right. Trans is the main issue that people have a problem with. That is the main issue. It's not
that people have a problem with that group. It's that group is, I mean, if we want to talk about per capita in these type of incidences, it's nearly 100% over the past 10 years. Now, let me repeat that. If we're talking about per capita, the people that, do these horrible, multi-person events, it's nearly 100% trans people. I know the Democrats are allergic to per capita when we talk about which, community commits most of the aggressive crimes in this nation. 13% of the population committing over 50% of those types of crimes. But this is an even bigger per capita that they're really, really worried about.
Gay, it's certainly not bi, and it's absolutely not lesbians. It's
True.
Trans. That's where all of the hostility, all of the negativity comes from. Yes, and trans should not be involved with LGBT. There should not be an LGBT. LGBT, it should just be LGB. Trans is how you see yourself. Bisexual Being gay, being a lesbian is how you see other people.
True. Big true, Asman.
Being trans is not a sexuality.
True.
All three of the other ones are sexualities.
Also true.
It's that simple. Yeah, trans is a big problem. Well, I don't know about being a big problem.
It is a big problem.
I think it's a big problem. What I'm saying is, like, the trans issues they're much more divisive, and they're much more
violent.
Like, people have like much stronger feelings on the trans issues than they do about gay issues or something like that.
I don't have any stronger issues on it, to be fair, any stronger feelings. I just would like them to stop taking our kids' lives. Be like, can we do that? Like, that would be pretty based if that community would just stop doing that. Or, you know, when they want to do these things, when they want to take an exit ramp in life, if they just stayed home and did it, as opposed to taking a bunch of other people with them, like the Religion of Peace likes to do.
Obviously, there's some people that don't like any of it, but in a general sense, I think that's what's going on. Or, I mean, really backtracking in history? Yeah, clearly that's what's happening.
I mean, I don't think that it's backtracking in history. I think that we have new information and people are a little concerned with the trend data. Rhode Island individual had 6 kids and was, quote, not thrilled that his daughter said he was mentally ill and a very sick person. Well, I can't play that because it's, you know, music. Okay, so he's got a boyfriend and he had gender reassignment surgery. I don't know. Then here's trans parents don't allow being trans to scare you away from creating a family. Trans women, 6 kids, wife, dash, not thrilled. Well, you didn't have any of those kids before you went through these surgeries, obviously. Riley Gaines, they can't keep acting like being trans isn't a mental illness that too often turns and takes people's lives. If you deny basic reality, it's to be expected you know no bounds. We can't let this story disappear. Innocent people died. But the mainstream media isn't covering it. And if they are, they're running interference. This individual, by the way, went after Kevin Sorbo. Tim McBride is a man. Community note this if I'm wrong. Robert, here's, the individual. Keep bashing us, but don't wonder why we go berserk. Now, we know why you go berserk. We know that. In 2020, Roberta, Dorgan's wife, filed for divorce under the reason she wrote gender reassignment surgery, narcissistic and personality disorder traits. It was crossed out and replaced with irreconcilable differences. Now, the reason I'll tell you why they haven't deleted this guy's social media is because he has an SS tattoo here. That's why they haven't deleted it. It's because the left is like, oh my God, we can say he's a Nazi. Now we don't have to delete it. Isn't that funny how his social media, we have everything from his social media, literally everything. Every interaction he ever had. Bro is not okay on any level. Here is Nick. He's replying to Nick. Everyone's getting it wrong. Parentheses, Zuckerberg is merely loosening restrictions. So they use Donald Trump as a punching bag now. That's the parentheses is how you refer to Jewish people. And you see a lot of, this guy obviously had a problem with Jewish people. That's why they're leaving it up, by the way. Prove me wrong. Oh, you can't. Because literally every other person, these people's social medias are scrubbed before we ever know their name. This particular guy, we know the name, we know his wife, we know his family, we know his tattoos, we know, his private life, and all of it, as least as of the time of this recording, is still available on the internet. His account is still active. Gaysians are more likely to commit crime. Post that stat. What? He was responding to Andy No's response about the trans community, doing this type of crime over and over again.
Defending trans Congresswoman Sarah McBride. He wrote this in part on X. Keep bashing us, but do not wonder why we go berserk. So they're looking into all of these things on social media.
Looking into it. I mean, what is there to look into anymore? Democrats are absolutely silent after transgender named Roberta took out his life and child at a Rhode Island hockey game dressed in women's clothing. He had gender reassignment surgery back in 2020. I mean, remember, this is supposed to prove that, that type of surgery is supposed to make these people better. That's what everyone has said, right?
From his social media profiles, they say he also went by Roberta, so Roberta Dorgan, and sources tell Fox he was dressed in women's clothing when he showed up to his son's hockey game yesterday afternoon. These pictures you're looking at are from months ago, Bill, but witnesses and people we've talked to who were at this hockey game say that this was something that happened pretty often, where he would show up in women's clothing. So according to documents obtained by our affiliate WPRI, Dorgan had a history of family disputes. So let's get into them. Some involving conflict over his gender identity, because he had gender reassignment surgery back in 2020. So WPRI reports that in these court documents, his trans identity led to the divorce with his ex-wife, reportedly detailing, she said, that he had narcissistic and personality disorder traits along with the transition. So his social media profile's under investigation. I want to point this out. Just one day.
Under investigation? I mean, we know. Case closed. We know that this group of people is very, very, very dangerous. Now, obviously, it's not just hashtag all trans people, but it's the ones that are politically, active, the ones that are online posting all day. You see Roberta Dogan, the Pawtucket loser, believed that having his reassignment surgery entitled him to use women's private spaces. Oh, what a coincidence. I mean, everything we know about this guy affirms everything we know about not just, again, not hashtag all trans people, but the kind of militant trans people. And for a guy to take out his own kids, absolutely appalling stuff. And it's just the fact that the mainstream media is covering up this fact. They're just, well, it's unrelated. It's unrelated. No, it's very related. There's about a 90% chance when these incidents happen that we're dealing with a trans individual. And I'm tired of dancing around that fact. And I don't know what the solution is, but it's not pretending that it isn't related. I can tell you that much. I hope you were informed by this video. If you were, please do leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.